It had been over 6 months since I'd stepped foot in that old Victorian house on Maple Street in Willow Creek. The kind of place where the creaky floors held onto echoes of laughter and arguments like ghosts in the woodwork. But when the text popped up in the family group chat, calling it a formal dinner gathering, something twisted in my gut. We never did formal. It was always backyard barbecues with Dad grilling burgers to Motown tunes, paper plates sticky with sauce, and Mom's homemade lemonade cutting through the summer heat. That was before everything changed. The drive from my tiny apartment downtown felt endless, the highway humming a low warning under my tires. When I pulled into the driveway, the first punch landed without a sound, the porch wind chimes. Not the wooden ones Mom had carved herself, the ones that whispered softly in the breeze like a lullaby. These were sleek metal, clanging sharp and cold, like they'd been ordered from some catalog to match the new vibe. I pushed open the door, and the scent hit me: vanilla plugins. Fake and sterile. Not the fresh lemon and herb mix Mom used to brew from the garden. The hallway photos were shuffled like a deck of cards dealt by a stranger. Our family beach trip snapshot from Myrtle Beach was gone, replaced by a glossy print of Dad and Sophia at some charity gala I'd never been invited to. I walked into the dining room, and there she was, Sophia, perched at the head of the table, Mom's chair, the one with the worn cushion where she'd always sat, orchestrating holidays with that quiet command. No one blinked. Not Dad. Not my sister Sarah. Not even the aunts and uncles who'd once jostled for spots near Mom during Thanksgiving feasts. Sophia poured the wine with a practiced flick, signaling the hired server like she'd remodeled the whole damn house herself. Her voice sliced through the chatter as she introduced me to one of Dad's golf buddies. This is Emily, Richard's youngest. She's been out exploring the world. Haven't you, dear? I hadn't explored a thing. I'd been grinding at the local hospital as a nurse, scraping by on rent 3 miles away. Invisible by choice or maybe by design. No one corrected her. No one said, "Wait, that's Laura's spot." It was like the chair had always been hers, and I was the ghost crashing the party without an invite. The toast started rolling, and I wasn't going to say a word. But Aunt Carol, tipsy on bourbon, nudged me. Emily's got the gift of gab, let her speak. I parted my lips, but Sophia jumped in. Glass raised high, she's more the behind-the-scenes type. Always reliable but never in the spotlight. That's her charm. The room chuckled, scattered and uneasy. Even Dad let out a low laugh. My brother nudged her elbow with a grin. No one glanced my way. I clamped my mouth shut, fists balled under the table, knuckles blanching white. It wasn't rage yet, just that empty vertigo. Like watching your own life from the sidelines. Uninvited. The catered plates arrived in perfect waves, roast duck glistening under garnishes, scalloped potatoes arranged like art. No family-style casseroles. No sloppy seconds. It looked magazine-ready, but tasted like ash. I tried chatting with my cousin Mia about her college classes in psychology, but she nodded politely and scrolled her phone. Sarah derailed my next attempt twice, anyway. Dad, tell us more about those granite countertops. Like my voice had dissolved into the air. Sophia dominated every thread, dubbing the meal our new family tradition, claiming credit for the spread, even the apple pie I'd baked from Mom's recipe. The one with her faded notes in the margins. Across the table, little cousin Noah stared at me with those big, unblinking eyes, then down at his plate, chewing slower than molasses. He was the only one not forcing a smile. I pushed food around my fork, the hollow in my chest widening. It wasn't just a seat I'd lost, it was the whole narrative. Rewritten without my lines. I'd baked that pie the night before, hands trembling over the dough, knowing no one had asked for it. But it was my tether, a piece of Mom I could carry back into that house. when I placed it on the sideboard. Sophia's nose wrinkled like I'd tracked in mud. Oh, that's hearty. Maybe something lighter for tonight. She waved the caterer over. Take this to the kitchen, we won't need it. Silence. My brother muttered. We've upgraded from the old recipes anyway. I watched it vanish behind the swinging door. Not just a dessert, but the last crumb of the woman who'd glued this family together through chemo and bills and Dad's endless work trips. No one flinched. Laughter bubbled up again. Glasses clinking. Stories flowing. Sophia held court like a queen, while I sat rigid in my labeled place card seat, drowning in the loudest quiet I'd ever known. She tossed phrases like confetti. This family needed a fresh start. We're evolving beyond old traditions. Soft words. But they landed like barbs, redecorating our history. I tried joining twice, once complimenting the floral centerpiece, once asking Sarah about her marketing job, but the talk veered away. Voices rising. Smiles tightening. Eyes avoided mine like I was a stain on the rug. In the home I'd grown up in, I felt like an intruder. Then came Sarah's toast to new beginnings, family growth, and gratitude. Claps echoed. I stayed still, the roar in my head drowning it out. Sophia paused mid-story about reinventing rituals, her gaze locking on me. Some folks just can't let go. I stood, voice steady. Letting go of Mom isn't erasing her. She didn't hesitate, her hand cracked across my face, sharp as a whip in a silent room. No one moved. Dad didn't yell, didn't check my cheek. He just rose, hand on her back, and escorted her out like I was the disruption. One cousin gasped. A hand flew to a mouth, then dropped. I stayed standing, not from bravery, but shock, my skin numb, my heart iced over. I wandered to the kitchen alone, the rosemary citrus candle stench choking me. It didn't smell like home anymore, just polished absence. I heard their car crunch away on gravel, prioritizing her over the echo of that slap. Back in the dining room, eyes darted away as I cleared my plate, scraped remnants into trash, wiped my fork. I thought of Mom folding napkins pre-holiday, humming off-key, chuckling over burnt rolls. Her presence had filled spaces, now it was air-fresh and void. Grief isn't the death, it's the replacement. That night, in my dim apartment, I didn't cry or sleep. Shoes on, keys clenched, pipe bag limp in hand. I stared at my reflection, calm, hollow, unrecognizable. I typed a text to Sarah. Deleted it. What? Hey. Dad's girlfriend slapped me and you all watched like strangers. Mom's cookbook sat dusty on the shelf, pages warped from spills. I didn't touch it, just stared, willing the past to seep back. I hadn't cried because the fracture was old, worn smooth from carrying it alone. Flashbacks hit, Thanksgiving 5 years back. Mom insisting on setting the table despite aching joints, placing her wedding lace doily center. Houses hold memories like smoke in wood, even cleaned. It lingers. Now, nothing lingered. Chrome fixtures replaced Dad's hand-carved ones, glass vases ousted clay. The soul gutted, shell standing. Earlier that week, I'd tried visiting, knocked like a visitor. Sophia blocked the door, text first, we're mid-renovation. Peeking past, I saw the open closet, Mom's red floral dress from my nursing graduation gone. I knew where. Scrolling Instagram later. There it was, Sophia in the sunroom. Caption, vintage vibes with a modern spin. Repurposing memories. Wearing Mom's dress like a thrift find. Wine glass aloft. My stomach knotted deep, not nausea, but violation. Turning love into costume. I remembered Mom first wearing it. Red makes women look like they've got something to say. Now it was content fodder. I paced past midnight. Past the house, lights on. Laughter spilling. Sarah's voice. We're her family now. Not cruel. Maybe. Just convenient. Back home. I unearthed files, a mortgage PDF from 3 years ago. Mom and me co-signers. I'd forgotten I wasn't a tenant. I was foundation. Next day felt leaden. I claimed needing attic boxes as excuse. Sophia out, Dad opened the door. Guilt flickering. Hallway photos swapped, my nursing grad pic with Mom gone. Replaced by Dad Sophia duplicate. He shrugged, just a picture. But pictures anchor, someone was unhooking mine. Weeks prior. I'd custom-ordered Dad's birthday pocket watch silver. Engraved with Mom's wedding date and initials. Sophia presented it, something timeless. Dad kissed her. I spotted the maker's tag. Numb. At the shop. Clerk confirmed, Emily Harper. Paid cash. Pattern emerged, not theft. Credit hijack. Stopped at the corner diner. Old family friend Grace slid coffee and an envelope. Saw Richard's post, erasing Laura like she never existed. Inside, the original grad photo. Saved. We talked Mom's final days stubborn. Homemaking even in pain. She said you'd hold it together, Grace whispered. Not keeping stuff, keeping the story. Drive back. I listed changes, couch gone. Mom's crocheted Afghan swapped for faux fur. Wedding china boxed. Recipe book vanished. Not neglect, displacement. Sophia wasn't invading, she was editing me out. Knocked on Sarah's later. Tote of albums in hand. Noah answered. Grandma Sophia made pancakes. World tilted. Sarah, easier for him, he's young. I unzipped the tote. Hands shaking. As he hugged her leg. Repeating grandma. Title stolen. Back home. Sun dipping amber. Sarah's voicemail. I should have spoken up after the slap. Didn't want to rock Dad. Sorry. Listened thrice, echoes. Not bomb. Remembered her defending me in school, now her silence stung sharper. Walked to cemetery. Sat on our bench. Grief pressed constant. Not cutting. Passerby nodded. Laura's girl? She brought the best lemon bars to potlucks, sharp lady. Affirmed more than family had. That night. Legal pad out, changes catalogued. Docs scanned deeds. Emails. Receipts. Shifted from sorrow to precision. Fight not for memory, for survival. Table like autopsy, deed. Letter from Mom's lawyer. Watch receipt. Photos. Subtlety dawned, Sophia suggested. Rebranded. Chilled rooms till no pushback. Convinced I'd left, I hadn't. Unearthed Mom's sewing basket, folded letter inside. Emily. You'll stay because you know how to hold. Your name's on the deed, you've earned it. Cried then, not grief. Recognition. Scanned. Framed at bedside. Dad's Facebook, him and Sophia. Finally whole. Posted side by side, Mom in apron. Owning the room, Sophia posing. Caption. Whole long before redesign. Replies off. Printed packets. Deed. Letter for me. Bank. Lawyer. Texted Sarah. No apology needed. But no more invisibility. Unreplied enough. Porch evening. Framed letter in lap. You'll be remembered because I stayed. Didn't knock, walked in with folder. Sophia in yoga gear. Surprise. Not asking, co-owning. Dad silent nearby. Dining room. Wall notch from old clock. Painted over but indented. Fireplace mark. Crooked smile, Mom called. Sophia, remodeling soon. I laid deed, 2 names, 1 earned. Silence thick. Out on porch. Grace arrived with album, birthdays. Burnt pies. Tapped my photo, house remembers you. Back in. Framed deed letter on mantle. Sophia later, can't leave things. Dad, leave it. First real words in years. At door, staying so you remember who didn't leave. He held gaze. Dad called next day, family talk, clear air. Showed with envelope. Thumb drive. Circle chairs. Coffee table truce. Sophia, pattern of aggression. Plugged drive. Dinner footage slap. Freeze. Dad's exit. Gasps. Context, she flustered. Your context. Noticed ring, mom's rose cut. Pulled photo, mom at grad party. Ring clear. Placed it. Aunt left. Envelope out, deed. Letter. Held frame, last explanation, you'll remember what I won't erase. Walked out, Grace waited in car. Phone exploded, 99 missed from Dad. Text, she's gone. Talk. Pity. Not anger, he never saw me. Library instead, Grace with folder, clippings on Sophia's past manipulations. Property shifts. Abuse whispers. Smoke. No fire. Some want legacies they didn't earn. Printed article. Enveloped. Slotted through house mail. Truth exists without shouts. Packed apartment, not fleeing. Forwarding. Apron hung. Flowers fresh. Windows open, reclaiming breath. Cemetery sunset, knelt. Spoke, didn't fix them. But didn't let burial. Placed hallway photo by headstone. Wind wrapped me. Legacy, refusing theft. Drove not away toward.